What makes a watch more than just a timepiece? For many collectors, it's not simply the craftsmanship, the brand, or even the market value. It's the idea that a watch can outlive us. A watch is one of the few possessions that can be worn every day, become part of our personal story, and eventually be passed down to the next generation. In a world of disposable technology, a mechanical watch represents permanence, an heirloom that grows more meaningful with time. Time to get into it. When thinking about the best watches to pass down to your children, 3 qualities matter most: longevity, timeless design, and heritage. The watch you wear today should still feel relevant decades from now, both mechanically and aesthetically. More importantly, it should carry a story, your story, that transforms it into something far more valuable than the price you paid. And when it comes to heirloom watches, few names carry as much weight as Rolex. A Rolex is not only built to last, it's built to stay desirable. Take the Rolex Datejust. Introduced in 1945, it was the first automatic wristwatch to feature an instantly changing date, and nearly 80 years later, it remains the archetype of an everyday luxury watch. The beauty of the Datejust is its versatility. Whether it's on a Jubilee bracelet with a fluted bezel or an oyster bracelet with a smooth bezel, the design never feels dated. Retail prices for a stainless steel date just start around $8,000, but what you're really buying is longevity. Your children won't just inherit a watch, they'll inherit a design that has been worn by presidents, CEOs, and cultural icons. A Datejust given to your son or daughter in 2045 will be instantly recognizable, and they'll know it was just as respected in your time as it is in theirs. That continuity is what makes it a perfect heirloom. Another Rolex that has cemented itself as a generational piece is the Day-Date, better known as the President's Watch. Introduced in 1956, it was the first watch to spell out the day of the week in full, alongside the date. Crafted exclusively in precious metals, yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, and platinum, the Day-Date is a symbol of achievement. For many collectors, it's the watch they buy at the pinnacle of their career. Passing it down is not just about the watch itself, but about passing down a story of accomplishment. A Day-Date in 18-karat yellow gold retails around $39,000, and while that may sound like a steep investment, it's one that retains significance beyond monetary value. Imagine your son or daughter strapping on the same president bracelet you wore to close deals, celebrate anniversaries, or mark milestones. It's not just a piece of jewelry, it's a reminder of your legacy and the life you lived. That emotional weight is what makes the Day-Date one of the ultimate heirloom watches. But Rolex isn't the only brand worth considering. Omega has a strong claim to heirloom status as well, particularly with the Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch. This is the watch that went to the moon in 1969, worn on the wrists of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Retail pricing sits at $6,600 for the Hesalite version. And like the Datejust, it hasn't changed much in appearance for decades. That stability ensures it won't look outdated 50 years from now. What makes the Moonwatch especially meaningful as an heirloom is the story it already carries. Passing one down is passing along a connection to one of humanity's greatest achievements, the moon landing. When your children inherit it, they won't just be reminded of you, they'll be reminded of history itself. A Moonwatch is more than a timepiece. It's a bridge between personal legacy and collective achievement. Then there's Patek Philippe, the brand that has long marketed itself with the famous slogan, "You never actually own a Patek Philippe, you merely look after it for the next generation." That tagline perfectly captures the essence of this discussion. Watches like the Patek Philippe Calatrava embody understated elegance. At retail, a Calatrava starts around $25,000, and while it may not scream for attention, its slim profile, clean dial, and refined design have remained largely unchanged since the 1930s. The Calatrava is not the watch you buy to impress others. It's the watch you buy to embody good taste and refinement. When your child inherits a Calatrava, they inherit not just a watch, but a symbol of timeless class. Patek is one of the few brands whose value isn't just financial, it's cultural. To own a Patek is to participate in a legacy of horology itself. These watches, the Rolex Datejust, the Day-Date, the Omega Speedmaster, and the Patek Philippe Calatrava, demonstrate what makes a great heirloom: timelessness, heritage, and emotional resonance. They're not chosen because they're trendy in 2025. They're chosen because they'll still mean something in 2055, 2085, and beyond. And before we continue, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our weekly insights into the world of luxury watches. Now, beyond Rolex, Omega, and Patek, there are several other maisons that have created watches designed to transcend time and become family treasures. One such brand is Vacheron Constantin, part of the holy trinity of Swiss watchmaking alongside Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. The Vacheron Constantin Patrimony exemplifies why. Its minimalist design, ultra-thin case, and flawless finishing make it one of the purest expressions of Swiss dress watchmaking. Retail prices start around $24,000, but its value lies in its restraint. A patrimony is not loud. It's discreet, refined, and timeless. Passing one down is less about showing wealth and more about passing on impeccable taste. Another Vacheron worth considering is the Overseas, a luxury sports watch that blends versatility with heritage. The Overseas has a distinctive notched bezel and an integrated bracelet that rivals the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak in design, but with a much subtler profile. Modern Overseas models also include quick-change strap systems, giving them the flexibility to go from steel bracelet to leather strap in seconds. Retail starts at $22,000, and secondary prices are climbing as demand grows. For the child who inherits one, the Overseas represents a watch they can wear every day, whether in the boardroom or on vacation, all while knowing it came from one of the oldest watchmakers in the world. Next, let's talk about Jaeger-LeCoultre, often called the watchmaker's watchmaker, because of its contributions to the industry over nearly 2 centuries. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso is perhaps the most elegant heirloom you can choose. Originally designed in 1931 for polo players who wanted to flip their watch face to protect it during matches, the Reverso has become a design icon. With its rectangular Art Deco case and swiveling mechanism, it's one of the few watches instantly recognized, even outside watch enthusiast circles. Retail prices for steel models start around $9,000, making it more accessible than Patek or Vacheron, yet with equal heritage. And as an heirloom, the Reverso has a unique advantage. Its solid caseback can be engraved, making it a deeply personal gift to pass down. No discussion of heirloom watches would be complete without mentioning Cartier. Though many think of Cartier primarily as a jeweler, its watches have graced the wrists of royalty, presidents, and cultural icons for over a century. The Cartier Tank remains one of the most enduring designs in horology. Created in 1917 and inspired by the silhouette of a World War I tank, it has been worn by figures ranging from Jackie Kennedy to Andy Warhol. Retail pricing starts around $5,500 for stainless steel models, and while it may not have the same technical prestige as a Rolex or Patek, its timeless design and cultural resonance make it one of the most powerful heirloom watches. When you pass down a tank, you're passing down a century of style. And finally, we must acknowledge Audemars Piguet, particularly the Royal Oak. Designed in 1972 by Jaeger-LeCoultre, the Royal Oak redefined what luxury could look like with its octagonal bezel, exposed screws, and integrated bracelet. Once considered radical, it has since become one of the most desirable watches in the world. Retail starts at about $25,000, but secondary prices can soar far higher depending on the model. Passing down a Royal Oak means handing over one of the most important design icons in modern watchmaking. It's not just a family heirloom, it's a cultural landmark strapped to the wrist. When thinking about which watch to leave behind, remember, the financial value is only part of the equation. What matters more is the story you attach to it. Did you wear it to your wedding? To your first big promotion? Did it travel with you around the world? Watches become heirlooms not only because of the brand, but because of the memories etched into their metal and crystal. Your son or daughter won't just see a Rolex or a Patek on their wrist. They'll see your life, your achievements, and your taste carried forward into their own. That's the power of a watch as an heirloom. It's a gift that never truly stops giving, because every glance at the dial reminds the next generation where they came from. Until next time, stay stylish and stay informed.